And welcome back. As we said, it's Women's Small Business Month, and our next guest has solutions to protect your family during the worst of times. Now, during this pandemic, it's important to make sure that your family is safe and covered, as well as your home. And joining me now is Kristina Moser, an agent with American Family Insurance. Hi, Kristina.
Hi, how are you this morning?
I'm great. Thank you so much for joining us. I think that's the thing is right now, people are thinking about how critical the situation is, how dangerous it is for some people, and then the need that we have to protect our biggest assets, such as our home, our cars, our automobiles, but also our families.
Yes, that's correct. Right now, it's a very important time to know what you have for coverage, especially with everything that is going on, to make sure that your loved ones, your homes, your autos, they're fully protected.
So break it down for us a little bit. Let's start with auto, renters, home insurance.
Yeah, so your auto insurance, you want to make sure that you understand just the basic coverage. We try to educate them in regards to having liability protection, making sure that you're going to be taken care of in the event that someone else gets hurt, that you cause damage to. Again, the other thing is, do you need full coverage on your vehicle? Do you need to have that physical damage coverage to have that vehicle fixed? On the home side, you want to make sure that you understand your dwelling coverage, how much it is going to take to have that home rebuilt if something was to happen to it, along with replacing those items that are in your house to put it back to how it was before, prior to the loss.
It's such a great point, and things change over time as we think about depreciation, and what it cost you to build your house maybe 5-10 years ago is not what it's going to cost for you to build it tomorrow. What about life insurance? I think there's a lot of confusion and people aren't sure what's right for them because you hear words like term and whole life insurance.
Yes, very good question. Things to know about term life insurance. Term is kind of like renting. You don't have any equity that builds behind it. You have it for a certain period of time. For example, 20-year term. You'll have it for 20 years. After 20 years, you don't have it anymore. On a whole life policy, it builds cash value behind it. It is also something that you cannot outlive. You'll have it for the rest of your life as long as you keep paying on it. So always good to kind of take a look and see what's going to be best fit for you. Are you looking for coverage for now, or are you looking for coverage for long term? If you're looking for coverage for long term, you want to look more towards the permanent insurance. If it's something for now, you look at that term coverage because you can get a lot of coverage for an inexpensive price.
And I think all of those nuances are why it's important to talk to someone like you, because everybody's life situation is different. Some people have kids, some don't, and life insurance can vary so much depending on your own personal situation. And I wonder too if you'd explain umbrella coverage, because this is something that a lot of people I think need but don't know they need it.
Yes, very true. Umbrella insurance is probably one of the most important things I feel to have coverage for outside of life insurance. Umbrella coverage gives you an extra layer of liability protection on top of what you may have from your auto policy or your home policy. So once the coverage is from, let's say that auto policy, you have $250,000 in coverage. Once that gets exhausted, if you don't have anything to take care of anything that's needed more, then that money is coming out of your own pocket. The umbrella kicks in if you do have that coverage to give you an extra layer of liability protection to make sure that you are properly protected. And it also gives more time for the legal team within the insurance company to stand behind you in the court of law and defend you.
Is this in an automobile situation, or could it even be like an accident, for example, that happens at your home?
It can also be for your home. So it extends to your home as well. So it gives you a layer over everything that you would have, the home and the auto. So if an example on the home side, if somebody would come onto your property and accidentally slip and fall, you would have the coverage from your homeowner's policy. Once that is exhausted, then your umbrella would kick in for additional coverage based on how much you would have. Typical umbrella liability coverage is $1 million. Most people, that's what they have. So you would have $1 million in coverage.
As we celebrate Small Business Month, Women's Small Business Month, what do you say to people who've never met you before as to why you think you do a good job of representing the needs and interests of the people that you work with?
Um, I'm a small business owner, woman, and I like to educate people on what they have. We are very personable. We like to get to know people, understand who they are, what they have, all their ins and outs of their families. And so we pride ourselves in that area, and we like to make sure that you're taken care of, and we ask those questions, and we just want to make sure everything is all taken care of when that time is needed for things to be taken care of, whether it's in the insurance world, us taking care of you, or just simply a hug, sending out a card, flowers to them if they're having a bad day, to make them feel a little bit better.
Because you obviously care. Kristina, thank you so much. It was great to have you join us.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and to connect with Kristina Moser, you can give her a call. The phone number is 262-628-4111, or go online to KristinaMoserAgency.com.